Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Grandia 3. Last time, I left you in some silence just to listen to the music we have floating around here after Amulet unleashes hell. Make sure you don't actually leave out of this area before picking up the two treasures that are here. Don't want to miss those, especially the Miracle Elixir sells very nicely. But yeah, this is the first time we've heard music that's very reminiscent of Grandia 2 and the evil in that game. Wait a minute, I've seen those guys before. I've seen that guy before too. Uh-oh. We have boss time against some enemies we've seen before. This time I'm stocked full on a number of the things I have. Let's show off some of the new things we have.
I've got it.
Perfect timing. Blade Storm, our new ability. Hits him 10 times.
Take that.
Does a decent amount of damage. And let's see. Holy Circle will actually be particularly useful here, so we'll use that here too. Assuming he gets or she gets it off there. Here's Dark Fist, if we didn't see it in the previous fight against this guy.
Come on.
Oh, divine light.
Holy Circle, what it does in this case is it puts those balls, floating balls around her of energy, and any enemy who gets close to them, assuming they actually do get close to them, they get smacked like that. Alright, so let's cancel that off to you. There we go. And basically, it makes her almost invulnerable, but more importantly is it distracts the other guys who are kind of stupid. Let's hit you with that. Stun Force. You can hold off getting another turn for a moment. And Invincible Orb, basically it just negates damage. So I'm not going to show it off right now, but eventually we will. Whirlwind's probably a good idea here. We should be able to hit everybody. There we go. I'm not too worried about canceling him because he's, well, he might be able to do a decent amount of damage, but we haven't seen this yet either. Unfortunately, Energy Circle or whatever, it doesn't do anything to negate special attacks, but it does make her far more useful here to just go in for normal attack. There we go. But it also allows us to easily launch the guy into the air if they're susceptible to it. There is a skill that we get later on that does not allow us to be knocked into the air, and certain enemies and specifically bosses do have access to that ability. Not all of them, but some of them. But we got some money for that. That's nice. And as soon as you do that, you're going to want to run right back in the previous direction, and you're going to want to go hit that save point again. That would be a good idea, because that one will recover me. There we go. Let's see, I went over my my magic, but not my skills previously. So the skills I have, Perception, Counter, Lizard Hunter is probably better than Beast Hunter around now, but we'll want to make sure we have picked up Beast Hunter for later. Warrior's Way is good for Yuki, and just other things to put on. The important ones, Perception, Counter, Lizard Hunter, Warrior's Way. Over here, we've got Guru's Way, give you some magic and resistance, perception and counter. Give you Lizard Hunter because I don't really have anything, better to give you at this point. And Life Up, pretty much always want that on her because she's got quite a bit less HP than, Yuki in this case, but other party members we will get as well. There we go. All right. I don't think there's anything else around here we can, nope. I think this just tells me we can't go that way. Lovely. That's helpful. We can't go that way either, so we have to go this way. I don't believe there are any items until we head upstairs. Can't do anything over there. So here we go, up the stairs, and there should be a tower around here, based on what I recall, where we can get some items. We can't go in any of these doors, unfortunately, but there are a number of items around here we do want to pick up. Don't believe there are any items around here. Also, no enemies, which makes this kind of weird since we already ran into some. It's kind of apparent that we will eventually be running into enemies. There we go, the North Tower. And up here, there should be a 4-pack of chests somewhere. Dead in front of my face. Okay. Got the Leaf Egg. Thunder Egg. Okay. Can I... go. And there we get a Priest Book. And a Poison Amulet. And another save point if you feel the need to use it. From what you can hear in the background, we're not alone in here. What do we got over here? Nothing! We can't go over this way. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, that's blocked off for now. Uh-oh. More of these guys. Our lizard hunter won't help us right now. Just kind of wait on these guys. Because they're going to come in too fast. You're probably going to get attacked by one group without being able to hit them as you might want. So, stun you there.
Sorry, this might hurt.
There we go. And roll up with Flash, and we'll just beat the crap out of them. Now, these types of enemies, I won't tell you what type they are yet, but they're weak to fire. We're going to encounter them at other points as well. But yeah, they will pretty much always be weak to fire, which is why I have everyone primed up with fire elemental attacks. And Yuki has the Flame Sword, which will make it quite a bit easier. They're not really too difficult to deal with. You could use something like Boom to take them down. There's Boom for you.
Boom!
Yeah, real easy to take them down. Strategy not really required. Just use your normal attacks or use that if you feel the need to. Just figured I'd show off something else there. Alright, take a good look around corners before we choose which way to go. Hit this guy. What do we got here? Somebody new. These guys, Anton Beta, got Needle Lancer, so we probably don't want you to get that off. Burn Strike, I believe, no matter who uses it, should be able to... nope. Wrong side there. Should be able to take these guys out in one go. Yeah, even Yuki can one-shot people with that. So, if you feel the need, you can easily take down pretty much any of the enemies around here.
We had no choice.
Fire is your best friend around here. For future fights, I will probably be using my normal attacks, but... what else do we have out this way? Uh-oh. Well, that didn't slow me nearly as much as the other one did. The other one stopped me dead in my tracks. Ah! Hey. Unfortunately, Yuki does not respond very well when I use the joystick. He just likes turning around in circles and getting himself back attacked, which, not particularly helpful.
Of course.
Okay, guess we'll show part of this
Sorry,
fight.
this might hurt.
Stun Force! Got that P in there, that's nice. Of course, that sounds kind of dirty, but okay, whatever. Sure, we'll finish you off with Blade Storm. Might as well leave the rest of the fight in now. It's not like there's anything left to it. They're not gonna hit me, so... I do have a treasure list of some of the rare items that enemies can drop. I haven't really been consulting it up until now because it really hasn't been all that apparent. There is a point later on where we'll have access to something that allows us to gain a number of... I want to go... Yeah, we're blocked off. Can't go that way, so I want to go this way. Okay, as I was saying, yeah, I will get around to going over what some of the rare drops end up being later on. Just when it's more, you know, important, when we actually have the ability to get it. Here we got a broadsword for Yuki, which is more powerful, but not really all that useful. Just because right now the fire elemental damage that we can deal is a lot better than the alternative. We still can't go between there. I believe eventually something will fall and we will be able to, but let's just go this way for now. Alright, there is a second enemy group around the corner. I just finished them off screen there. Treasure chest. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, it came down with me. And it bridged the gap between those two parts of the room, and we get a new weapon for Alfina. So here we can go back to the area we started with. Now, was there a path that I missed? I don't think there was. Just around that way. Ah, there was a chest. Alright, what do we got in here? Whole lightning stone. Woot. That was full of point. Anyway, now we can go back, and I believe that's all the treasure around here, if I'm not mistaken. Can I go? Game. There we go. I figure out where I'm going. I know where I'm going. The wrong way usually, but I figured it out. And then we'll head on up here, and I believe we end up outside. Bear with me if I don't know exactly where I'm going. Alright. So yeah, I just went and double checked during that battle, and I believe I've got all the items in this stage of the area. There are some more when we eventually reach the outside here. Okay, we can watch the rest of that battle. Comet Spike. I couldn't remember it earlier, but yeah, we actually got a method for it, which is nice. And I'm not going to be able to stop that. Here's their needle launcher ability. It's a cancel attack, so if you're in the middle of casting something, it will cancel you. There we go. Finish off that guy. Alright, I cut like, I don't know, 10 seconds of me walking up there because there's just a battle every few seconds there, so we just cut all of those out, make my life a little bit easier in editing. Get all the way to the top, and out we go into the main temple. Whoa.
How awful!
It looks like the first realm.
Witness the power of Zord.
Raven?
This is the choice you made, Alfina.
No, I...
Raven? Who are you? What do you want?
Stay away from Emilius. He can change people. Just don't end up like me.
Why should we believe anything you say?
You must tell the other Guardians that Griff is dead.
Wait! Raven!
Am I the only one who wants to punch Yuki when he does something stupid like that? Raven? Who are you? You just fucking said it! What is wrong with you? God, sometimes he's just so stupid. But yeah, they, unfortunately, they don't really clarify very well, you know, what the past relationship between Alfina and Raven was. Obviously, she's known him for a little while, even though she hasn't said anything about it. She knows his name anyway, but she's trying to, you know, keeping a lot of that to herself at this point. But anyway, the plan is to get back to the plane. That's our next goal here. So we'll just make a save there. Now I don't need to cut that up, but what you do want to do is you want to roam around here for a little while. Not only are there some enemies around here that we would like to take out, but there are also some treasure chests around here that I would like to collect. Can't go up there. I thought there was one in behind here. Revival gem, if you didn't buy a bunch in town. I think that's all for this section. So let's go under the loop here. And this is why I recommend you have Lizard Hunter on, because a lot of the enemies around here are these guys. And they come in relatively large packs at times. If you have Lizard Hunter, you can see how few HP they have. It's easy enough to do something like that and finish off almost all of them, if not all of them, really easily. I don't know if they're also weak to fire. For whatever reason, you know, I looked forever for a bestiary, a proper bestiary for this game, and there are, you know, bestiaries included in, you know, other walkthroughs, but they're very incomplete. I haven't been able to find one that shows enemies or what they're weak to. I found lots with drop tables, which is very nice. I've been able to make good use of that. It's not back there. There should be one more treasure chest at least, based on my recollection. I will be taking out the enemies off screen. Okay, I took care of a couple of the enemies around here, and this is where the other item is, which according to my treasure list should be all of them, but I will clear out the rest of the enemies around here, and then we will double check while I'm off screen there. Yeah, these guys can use poison if you're worried about it. I think we found a poison amulet, which does exactly what you think it does, prevents poison. Antidotes are cheap and easy enough to use, not to mention we have access to the magic that I don't have equipped at the moment, but it's called Cure, and it will heal yourself from poison if you so desire to use that. Anyway. Okay, I cleared them all out. Now is as good a time as any to go over the weapon we got there. This one allows you to heal the elementals, you know, in your, you know, if you use it as an item in battle. My words escape me, my brain stops working. But yeah, you can use the cure spell that I don't have equipped if you want. It's better than what we have. The Broadsword is slightly stronger than what we have, but we want the fire elemental, and just in case an enemy's weak to it. It's rare that the enemies are going to be strong against elements at this point. Also cleared out the rest of the enemies, which were all in small groups, so don't worry too much about that. But if we approach here, we head back to the forest that we've seen so many times. And I'm going to throw on fast forward here because I've done this trip so many times at this point that, yeah, we don't really want to do it again. I will be clearing out all of these guys again since they still give good money. Okay, I finished off those ones as well as the other Babas over here. Only got a couple of sheepskins from it, but 2 is better than none. And remember, they drop great money on their own as is. And it's still a nice recovering save point. Not that we need it, but it's there. Anyway, we'll save over that one, sure. And approach the plane. Alright, she'll be able to fly at least once. I'm not sure how you managed to figure that since it's missing part of a wing, but sure, if you say so. Hold together until we get back to Mendy. Yeah, as I was saying, we are heading back there, and we will be able to stock up on the things that we end up missing. Yeah, just forget what Raven said. Don't you worry too much. We'll figure everything out in due time. Wasn't a mistake. Yeah, it set in motion the rest of the events of the, or the next bit of the game anyway. Gotta figure out what we're gonna do now. Uh-oh. That's not good. We're going down. Well, where are we going down? You're not showing anything, game. You're just telling me. So, one of the downsides, you know, you have a medium like a video game that's based on visuals, and you're not showing. It's kind of annoying. But, whatever. Well, at least we managed to make it back. You crashed right in the middle of his runway. I'm sure he's real happy about that. Did my best. You did well. Good job, plane. You got me from A to B and I crashed you twice. I'm probably not as good a pilot as I think I am I? Somehow I don't think you're fine. You've had a traumatic ordeal. Your brother killed your god. That's gonna put anyone in a bad way. Yeah, we should probably go find an inn and take a nap. But that's pretty much all the time we have for today because the inn is also the place with the save point, so we're just going to cut it off here and then we'll go to said save point next time. Like I said, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.